Mr. Bond, 255-8319 and 8318. When you come to court, you come dressed appropriately, not in half shirt.
Right from the start, you can feel the tension. This isn't just about a dress code. It's about respect for the courtroom. What do you think? Should judges be this strict about appearance, or is it part of teaching accountability? Drop your take in the comments. Dude, you're not going to a club. Sorry. Yes, sir. Understand?
Dude, you're not going to a club.
I'm sorry, I don't have that
Understand?
much clothes. Yes, sir. Understand.
Why did you miss court?
Not valid transportation.
I will reinstate your bond today, but I'm not going to do this again. If you continue to miss court, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand? You get one get out of jail free card. That's it. You stand charged with 2 cases. You're charged with criminal mischief. You're also charged with assault of a family member. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Did you get the cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
On April 2nd, 2025, Harris County Council's officer dispatched from assault in progress. The officer arrived and observed the complaining witness and the assault fighting. The officer made contact with the complaining witness and stated that he and the defendant were in a dating show. The complaining witness stated that they got into an argument inside the gas station and the defendant punched him in the face, causing him pain, and proceeded to punch him several more times before the complaining witness started to fight back with the defendant. The second complaining witness stated that he searched for him. Items and substances.
Okay. How much, as far as criminal mischief is concerned? Because I have here, it's a Class A. So you really over $750 worth of.
I think said one moment. There were multiple display shelves and stands that were damaged, totaling approximately $1,800 in value.
Mr. Bond, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm trying to find a job, trying to get myself together.
Where are you living?
Trying to mentally figure myself out as well.
Where are you living?
Everywhere.
This is not a good way to go through life, Mr. Bond. You know, you're begging for trouble. When you're living on the streets, it's an extremely hard life that ends nowhere good. Who do you have in your life that can help you out? You have mom, dad, anyone?
No, my dad lives in Arkansas now. My mom passed away.
Why did you miss court? Not valid transportation. I will reinstate your bond today, but I'm not going to do this again. If you continue to miss court, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand? If you get one get out of jail free card, that's it. You stand charged with 2 cases. You charged with criminal mischief. You're also charged with assault of a family member. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, Judge Fleischer doesn't sugarcoat it. He's giving Mr. Bond a reality check most people never get. It's heartbreaking, but also powerful. You can hear the frustration and empathy mixing in his tone. It's like he's trying to save this man from himself. What would you do if you were in Mr. Bond's shoes right now?
I had my best friend every now and then. She could help me out.
About dad. Why not dad?
He's weird.
All right. So I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. I don't want to use alcohol. I don't want you to use any dope. And I'm telling you, I'm going to test you. You need to understand this, that you probably at this juncture in your life have no one in this world that is willing to probably even pony up $100 to get you out of jail. You are out because I gave you, or we gave you a PR bond. If you don't get a PR bond, you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this thing is over with. And I'm telling you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911. So imagine, you can be stuck in there for a long time. All I'm asking you to do, don't use, don't be a danger to my streets, and don't have contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you need resources, a place to stay, food, devices, we can help you out. All you have to do is ask. But I'm not going to be understanding if you sit here, start picking up cases, you start going out there using all kind of crazy ass dope. It's not going to happen. You understand? Make good decisions, because if you don't,
Right.
okay, so don't worry about conditions. He'll be with Felicia. Okay. So Vic, do you mind reaching out to the MAC phone, please?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you sign a receipt, Victoria. You are going to meet with Felicia for your bond conditions. Then I'll have you take your seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer. Please. Mr. Badan, come up. Not only have you continually failed and are always late to court, you failed to repeatedly appear in this court, and I now have your bond set at 5,003. Goes with you. Enough is enough. You can't keep doing
It's a new job, it's a good mistake.
it. You can't just come when you want to come. We have court dates. Give you a lawyer. You can't just do what you want to
I
do.
had transportation issues.
I'll appoint your lawyer today if you don't have one.
No, but I judge how you plead guilty or not guilty.
You know, it really is a shame that we have to damn near beg for some people to do anything to get a dismissal. You have literally had this case open since 2023 and an offer to get this case dismissed for doing one simple thing, is getting registration on a vehicle. And just that would have gotten this case dismissed. And here we are, 2 years later, nothing has happened but the multiple non-appearances. You may not remember this tomorrow or the next day, but one day you can say, "Damn, why did I not get this done?" You know, now you're pleading guilty to this tampering case, and it's going to end up going on your record, and it's going to be that for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Badan. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to an offense, it will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand? How do you plead to this offense of tampering with a government record? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement of 9 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 4 days that you've done. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. I hope in life, if you ever pick up a criminal case again, that you take it seriously. We don't ask for much here. When you show up, when you do things, good things happen, man. Good luck.
Judge, may I be excused?
Thanks.
Okay.
You speak English?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You ready?
Judge, I don't think I got that cause.
I'll give it to you. 255-9272. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 9th, 2025, in Newton County, Texas, a law enforcement officer, he was on patrol when he observed a vehicle with illegal windshield tint and the front windshield traveling, down the road. The law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop.
Did we not have this exact one? Was it like yesterday or the day before? Same thing, really?
I'm not sure about the illegal
It
window.
was tint and then there were, but there was, on that one, there was something else. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
I'm sorry. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant who was identified by a section driver's license and observed a strong odor of marijuana emanating from the vehicle and his person. Law enforcement officer immediately detained the defendant and asked the defendant if they were presenting marijuana in the vehicle. And the defendant admitted to having half a blunt and a pistol in his glove compartment in the vehicle. Law enforcement officer conducted a proper car search, which resulted in the finding of a Glock firearm located in the glove compartment and .30 ounces of marijuana. Marijuana in the firearm, we're in the defendant's care custody. And that's,
I find it conclusory as well. What does illegal window tint mean? How is it illegal? Why? You know, it's completely conclusory. Is that the only reason for the stop?
that is the only reason I have to stop here.
Okay. Mr. Perez,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward in your case. When you have illegal substances in your car, you are rolling probable cause. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Probably. Be careful out there. You get one life. You start racking up convictions, it's not going to go well for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Take a please.
Judge, I have a plea, last name Bowles.
Okay. Do you mind bringing them up? Why are we doing this?
That looks better.
This sucks. You just want to end up with a conviction on your record? Is that what you want to do?
She bomb prohibited for almost 2 years.
Your Honor, yes, there was no PTI offer. She got bombed already.
How many times?
It was for over a year. She got picked up on a traffic stop. I believe it was January of 23.
You said what I'm doing with my life?
Yeah.
I got a job. I'm gonna go back to school.
Baloney. Kiss it all goodbye. Not with a conviction, not with an evading conviction. You might as well just quit everything. When you end up with conviction on your record, you continually hose yourself. Not only that, this is the one that's an enhanceable offense, meaning you pick up another one of these cases, you will be charged with a felony offense for the rest of your life. I'm not taking it. No. How old are you? I'm not doing it. No. Shoot, ruin her life at 18? I'm not going to do it.
What's the
I
alternative?
don't know. I'm big.
Oliver.
You know, sometimes we have to save people from themselves because you're your own worst enemy. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
You said what?
It's your life. You have your whole life ahead of you. And, you know, you're going nowhere fast. You've failed to appear here at least three. I mean,
It was twice in the original.
they should have tried to keep it on.
I can't hear you say it again.
They should have tried to keep it on.
Probation's not going to keep it off the record, and they didn't offer a deferred.
Would you still, would you still,
Based on what court's saying,
what about this, the other one?
Judge, I just don't feel comfortable with the PTI. We offered that, she took off after we offered PTI. I just don't feel comfortable with PTI.
You know, the thing is that you had this great offer, like when you first got here, where had you done like a rinky-dink class, maybe just a tiny bit of community service, they would have dismissed the case. But you've been gone for, again, a year. You've taken off multiple times. And it's like we have to beg you to get a dismissal on this case. Do you see something wrong with that?
I didn't have to beg you to come. I had to be in court twice. The first one, I didn't have to appear for court. The second one, I didn't know I had to be in court until the day of at 8:30 something a.m. And I was at school taking a STAR test, district test at school. It was raining that day. I don't know. Past that, I didn't know I had a warrant. Since then, I've been having a job. I graduated high school. I've been having a job for all these for the year and a half I've been here. I haven't gotten in no trouble. Yes, I'm still working. I have a full-time job. I just got off of work 7:30 today.
Let's see what else we can do. You know, I'm willing to give you as much time as you need, Aaron.
I'll talk to her.
But I don't want you to fail now at 18 and hurt yourself worse than you are. It's really hard living in today's society is a minority. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're killing yourself. You know, when people see these, when you try to get a job, you try to get a loan, you try to get an apartment, they're going to use this against you all day. And it's not going to help. I'm willing to give you as much time as you need. I don't want to hold it against you now that you've been gone. I'm willing to give you time. Talk about it with Eric, see what we can do. But you need to think about your future because you only get one shot at life. You don't get multiple times. We all make mistakes. I get it. The idea is that you learn from this now so it doesn't continue to happen. You and I have had this conversation now. So if it happens again where you take off, because I'm going to notate everything we're talking about, you take off on me again, and you start acting or doing crazy stuff out there, I will have absolutely no sympathy for you. But I'm trying to reach out to you now so you don't ruin what you have left. This life is about one thing. It's about money. And if you have it, it's a great life. And you get that with knowledge, with education. If you don't have money, this life sucks. Trust me. You understand? Take your time.
Speak for himself. Okay. But we have come to a tentative agreement.
I think at the minimum, defer is,
For Thanksgiving.
or unless you want to do something else. What are you thinking, Stinking?
Can we get one reset? Yeah. See if it shows up. I will reconsider our PTI.
Can you mark it so that, okay.
I watched it.
Come up, ma'am. Are you mom?
Yes.
Come on up. Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
They need a little bit of time to think about whether they're going to re-offer the intervention program for her. It's a great deal where you do just a little bit of work, the case gets dismissed, doesn't go on your record. They want a little bit of time to make sure that she's going to come back. She's going to take it seriously. If she does, they're going to reconsider the offer. How much time do you guys want? You tell me. How much? Done. Okay, we're going to set this off for 2 weeks. I don't want you to use alcohol. I don't want you to use drugs. I don't want you to be in possession of any weapons. I just want you to work and be productive. And if you do, and if you show up to court, good things happen. Do you understand? I'm not asking for much. All right, so let's set off 2 weeks. We'll have you come back and then hopefully, all right? What's up?
I got Mr. Jenkins's TRAS results.
Oh, how is Mr. Jenkins?
Uh-oh. Like we have to talk every time we have some business with him. No, this one.
What happened?
He got, they recommended thinking for a change, anger management. State has offered a 1-year deferred with the appropriate conditions that go with that. They would also help him find shelter during this time.
And watch your step, it's a Lulu.
However, Mr. Jenkins was asking me about a time served. And so he has 2 months of credit since he's been in, I guess, totaling the previous attorney that was on the case and then my time with him. And then.
Time served just to get out, right?
But time
Yes or
served
no?
because
Yes or no?
Just to get out, just to get out.
I don't just want to get out. I feel like I learned my lesson. When I committed the crime at first, I didn't know that I would be charged with anything. I didn't know that I would be sitting in jail, but now I know that I have consequences for my actions. I can go about my life differently. I feel like I learned my lesson.
So why not probation? Probation, if you complete it.
Because I feel like
Well,
Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it, you don't have a conviction.
because I feel like probation, you're not really free. A lot of people go on probation and they're back in jail because
The only reason they would be in jail is because they don't comply. We don't put people in jail for shits and giggles, man. It's, you have rules that you have to follow. When you follow rules, when you follow the rules and when you do what you're supposed to do, good things happen. And the good thing with you is if you complete it and they end up not as convictions, you may be able to seal it in the future so that no one sees it. Well, the general public at least, but you just pleading guilty, you'll now end up with a third conviction. And they're dangerous convictions, right? They're terroristic threats. What do you think future employers, people who want to give you a job, people who want you to stay at a shelter, they're not going to let you stay with these kind of priors, man. Every time you pick up a case, it's going to hurt you in a certain way. It may not be now. It may not be tomorrow. It may be in 2 years when you least expect it and when you really need whatever you're trying to do.
The reason I want to get time served is because I don't believe I'll be picking up another case. I know how to not pick up case. I know how to not break the law.
If I were to let you out today, would you do the deferred?
Yeah, I would, but I'm asking to have a
Have the
different
same
option.
thing. If I give you the deferred today, I'm going to let you out. If you take the time served, you will also get out.
Yes.
Either way, you will get out today.
Okay. If I had a decision between the two, I would take time served.
You wouldn't want the probation to try to keep it off your record?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I think I did hear, we have all the time served.
Huh?
We have all the time served.
He's probably got enough back time regardless. Being short-sighted and not considering your future can really hurt you, Mr.
I
Chairman.
am considering my future.
Finish, brother. Please, Judge.
I am considering my future. I know exactly what I'm going to do when I get out. I have the whole entire plan. I already told you that I want to do solar sales, and to get a job in solar sales, I'm pretty sure that these convictions won't hurt my chances of getting on a team. So that's why I'm not too worried about the convictions. And I know that I'm not going to pick up any more convictions.
I'm okay offering him the deferred and letting him out.
I know,
Giving him a PR bond so he can try to complete the deferreds. I'm okay giving you a PR bond today to give you the chance to finish or try to do this probation to keep it off your record. I
But
will
not
give
time
it
served.
either way. If you want the time served, you can have it. It's on you. But once you get that conviction, there's no turning back.
I understand. I mean, I'll be let out today if I do the time served.
I'm going to let you out either way. But I'm telling you, it's a bad idea to do the time served. And I think that it's a better idea for you to do the deferred adjudication, probation, to try to keep it off your record.
I'd rather do the time served, sir.
Okay?
I mean,
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink, as the saying goes.
just for the record, Judge, the reason why I said it's a deferred, because the probation was interpreted as one way for him. I told him about the deferred, we called it supervision, in order to get his record potentially sealed and potential benefits that could happen with that, perhaps an early termination if he was going along the great path and following whatever had been recommended to him by the TRES. Talking about his future and everything associated with having now 2 convictions on his record if he takes the time served, what that implicates and everything like that. So we had that discussion, but I just wanted to reiterate, he wanted to ask me some questions.
Would the people in the terroristic threats, were they just random people?
At a gym, Your Honor.
Say it again?
He was at a gym.
At a gym. Okay, so both are just random.
The first terroristic threat was any member of his brother. So it's a class A. Second one,
Which one are you dismissing
class A.
against the household?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not.
You need to understand that if you continue with the same course of conduct within a certain amount of time, they can also hit you with a felony. You could potentially be looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. So I will do whatever you want to do, Mr. Jenkins. If you want to do the probation, which I think what you should do to try to keep it off your record, I'll take off all the fees. You won't owe any money. Is it 2 classes?
Yes, sir.
Just 2 classes? And that's it.
For a year?
I'll take you off early. If you do well, after some time, show me that you're not using any dope or alcohol, I'll take you off early.
Time served.
Okay?
I'll go ahead and offer. I did not realize he had timed out, so that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll write it up.
Okay.
So we'll bring him back tomorrow to do it?
No, do it right now.
Are we doing that today?
Right now. Yeah. There's no sense in holding it for that. I don't agree with what you're doing today, but far be it for me to really tell you what to do. The only other thing that I'm going to try to counsel you on is it really, really sucks that you have somehow alienated everyone that cares for you in your life. Your father, you know, when he was here the other day, you know, there was no one that was willing to take you in. That really sucks. If I were you, I would try to do anything and everything possible to try to mend those relationships, because on your own, at your age, with no education, no job, no money, there's only so far you can get in life. That's why you have parents. That's why you have family to kind of help you out when you're down. But when you alienate them by continually doing things to mess up the relationship, it's not good. When you get out, try to mend those relationships so that they can somehow be back in your life and use them as a positive, you know, role model, or try to get some help. Tell them that you need help so that they will help you, or somehow, but mend that relationship, because it's going to kill you. The last thing we want to see is you going out there becoming so desperate you do something that lands you with a felony where you're looking at 25 to life. You know, really, life's too short to spend. You now stand charged with 2 counts of terroristic threat. The agreement that you have worked out is they're going to dismiss one of those terroristic threats in exchange for your plea on the other one. The agreement is 180 days in jail, credit for the 71 days that 69, right?
One case was 71, the other one was 69.
Do you want me to put, is this against the advice of counsel, or what do you think?
Well, Judge, I just wanted to put that we had, I mean, I can suggest, I told him how this would, one thing I did want to put, for you to explain to him is this cannot be expunged off his record. He had a question about that. I told him it could not be.
I've been continually telling you, when you plead guilty, it goes on your record and it will be a conviction for life. You can never take this off. You can never buyer's remorse saying, hey, you know what, I want to return this because I don't like it. It's not targeted. You sure you want to do this?
Sorry. Yeah, it was against our recommendation.
I am willing to let you out today to do the probation to keep it off your record. No. All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no turning around and fighting this. You also need to understand that from now on, any new cases that you pick up, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Also, you have no one in this life that is going to bond you out. So when you get out there, if you make a boneheaded decision, you will be stuck like Chuck, like you see now. So make good decisions. If you want anything, come back. I have Shatori here, who's amazing that we can get you resources, place to stay, food to eat, a tablet, a cell phone. If you want something, come back and we can help you out. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Or how do you plead, Mr. Jenkins? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Good luck, Blake.
Judge,
Good morning, Mr. Piper. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
You, Judge.
On April 3rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched for a driver passed out behind the wheel. The officer arrived and observed the motor vehicle stationary and turned on. The defendant was identified by his driver's license. The officer observed the defendant asleep behind the wheel. The officer woke up the defendant who appeared disoriented and fumbling with the door handle. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage making the defendant red glossy eyes and the defendant was unsteady on his feet. The defendant told the officer to get one drink. The defendant refused to interact with the test. The officer read the DIC and the defendant refused to give breath or blood. Blood warrant was obtained and a photo was.
Did you say it was in the middle of the street?
Your Honor, just have a moment. We stopped at a stop sign.
All right. All right, Mr. Piper, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you mind looking CPAs in prior to the eye?
Yes, sir.
Yes, a valid license. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes. The driver is eligible, Your Honor, and as to the party of guys,
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If you don't have car insurance, do not drive. That is a condition of your bond as well. Do you understand? Yes. If I find you drive without it, I will revoke your bond, put you in.
Your Honor, I am showing and operating a vehicle while intoxicated on Louisiana. However, there's limited information that doesn't show.
How old is that?
Disposition or
How old is that?
since 2021.
Okay. I'm now ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, likewise, I will put you in jail. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, Mr. Piper, now is the time for you to address it. Because if you don't, and it becomes an issue, I will address it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? I will do everything in my power to protect my streets at all costs. I don't care who you are or where you come from. For now, I'm going to have you go sign a reset with Victoria. We will have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If she tells you that she can't get a hold of you because you're gone or AWOL or you pick up a new case, it's not going to go well anymore. You understand?
That's right.
The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't pick up any new cases, and don't drive any other vehicle without an interlock. Do you understand? All right, good luck. Thanks. All right, you're Mr. Slyman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Slyman, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. With no probable cause, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Judge. On April 3rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer observed a motor vehicle fail to signal while changing lanes. The officer was driving 92 to 97 miles an hour, and the defense motor vehicle was pulling away from the officers. The officers paced the motor vehicle at 89 miles an hour and a 60 mile an hour per zone. Traffic stop was conducted, and the officer observed the defendant behind the wheel operating the motor vehicle. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license. The officers observed the defendant to have dilated pupils, pressured speech, difficulty concentrating, constantly moving around, a strong odor of cologne on his person, and the mild odor of an alcoholic beverage emitting from his person.
See a strong odor of what?
And alcohol, or mild odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the person.
You said there was an odor of something else though.
Oh, strong odor of cologne.
Hello.
Yes. The defendant also had watery eyes and unsteady balance. The defendant stated he takes an Adderall prescription. Standardized blood sobriety tests were performed, where the officer observed 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 3 out of 8 on the walking turn, 2 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant declined a breath test, and officers located a THC vent pen in the motor vehicle. Blood warrant was obtained and a blood draw was completed.
Do you prior to the eyes and valid license?
Just that Lauren moment.
Do you think that he was on something? Is that what
The judge would lead me to believe, Your Honor, that from the signs that the officers observed, that was potentially what the officers believed at the time.
I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system and you need to come back. You're not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. And I'm telling you now, I will test you around 50 days from today. If you continue to use, it's not going to go well for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name.
Yes, sir.
So any priors?
Don't believe so, Your Honor. I'm sorry, it's still taking me.
Okay. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with her. She'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. So I'm going to send him now. I want to know what, if anything, is in system. We'll have him come back and then we'll go from there.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Take a seat for me, but don't leave.
Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right.